Check in, people. Back again with another video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to change your transmission fluid and filter on a 2006 Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. So let's get into it. The first thing you're gonna do, well, the first thing I'll be doing is jacking up the truck. All you gotta do is line up the jack with the jacking point right up under the front. You're gonna start jacking it up right now. I almost forgot to mention, you want to make sure your emergency brake is pushed in. That right there, you want to make sure it's pushed in. That way the vehicle won't roll or anything. So the second thing you guys want to do is get a pair of jack stands and put them under the frame. These are kind of short, but since I'm working on a pickup truck, I'm not worried about it falling, because it's already high. So, and I'm not taking the wheels off, so it's not that big of a deal. But I would still recommend putting long enough jack stands under here. Alright, so after you put your jack stands under the truck, you want to come under here, and then you want to find the transmission pan, which is this right here. This is a drain bolt right here, so that's where I'll be draining the fluid from. And then after I drain it, I'm going to loosen all of these 10mm bolts that goes straight around the whole pan, as you can see. Yeah. But before I do any of that, I'm gonna come by the fill hole, which is right here. The other thing you want to do is this bolt right here. You want to make sure you're able to pull it, because you don't want to drain out all your fluid, and then for whatever reason you can't, put new fluid back in there. So you want to make sure you're able to put new fluid back in there by loosening up this bolt. That's what I'm gonna do right now. So yeah, let's get it. So for that specific bolt right there, what you'll need is a 24mm wrench, as you can see, and then it's kind of hard to record. Well, there you go. You want to remove the fill bolt first, because you want to make sure you're able to put new fluid in there. I already cracked it, but I needed some help holding the camera, so I could use both hands to loosen it up some more. So I'm glad it wasn't over tightened by whoever did it previously, but yep, there we go. So now that we know the fill bolt is good, we could just keep it snug in there until we're ready to add transmission fluid, and then we'll just use our hands to take it out. You don't gotta tighten it, just put it back in there. So the next thing we're gonna do, this is the not so fun part. We're about to drain the transmission fluid, so we'll be loosening this bolt right here, and I believe it's a 14mm bolt. You want to make sure you have your drain pan, and you're gonna set it right underneath it, because it could get real messy. So yeah, there we go. So now the drain bolt is loosened, so I'll be removing it. There we go. So now we're just gonna let it drain, and then when it's finished, we'll be back. Okay guys, we drained out majority of the fluid, and so what I did, I just put the bolt back in there so it's not dripping on me while I'm under here. But the next thing I'll be doing is I'm gonna take off these bolts that go all around the pan right here. I believe you need a 10mm socket Yep, 10mm sockets. I'm gonna do the sides first because I wanted the pan to come down evenly. They're not tight at all. I'm just cracking them. So I took out almost all of the bolts. I have 4 more left, 2 on this side and 2 on the back end. The reason why is because I don't want it to come down uneven. So now that I got everything else out, I'm gonna go ahead and remove those 4 bolts and then slowly remove it. Okay guys, we're now gonna remove the oil pan. Oop. Let's do it nice and slow. You don't want to make a mess. So now we're gonna sit here and let it drain some more, and then we'll get to removing the filter. Something else I wanted to mention: when you take the pan off, you'll see a couple magnets in there right here. These little things, those are magnets. You want to clean them off. Clean off the shaving dust that's on there and put them back. I cleaned the oil pan, as you guys can see. Didn't want to put it back on there dirty, so you could clean it too. And also you want to remove the old gasket. Like that, because we're gonna put a new one on there. Okay guys, so we're back underneath the car. What we'll be doing is removing the old transmission filter. It has 4 bolts that's holding it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of them are 10mm bolts. So we're gonna go ahead and remove each of them. Here we go. There we go. Once you crack all 4 of them loose, you remove each with your fingers like this. Okay, I have all 4 bolts removed. You just want to put those to the side. And then you're going to remove the filter. Uh-oh. Now we're going to let that drain for a little bit and we'll be back. Now we're going to be installing the new transmission filter, as you can see. So pretty much the reverse version of everything we did before. The new one also comes with an O-ring, so I took the old one out. Just line the hole up, line the holes up, and just kind of shove it on there. There you go. Nice and snug. Then you want to put your 4 bolts in. Nothing complicated. Stevie Wonder could do this. Now let me stop. That was a joke. Respect to the GOAT. And then tighten these 4. I just tighten it with my discretion. I don't have a torque wrench or anything, so I just, yeah, that's enough. It's not gonna come out. I just wanna do it snug. You don't want to over tighten it and put a lot of strength into it because it's just unnecessary. And you don't want to strip anything, so again. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Alright guys, now I'm about to put the oil pan back on. So yeah, let's get it. Okay guys, I'm about to add the new gasket. So what I'm doing here is just applying a little bit of grease around the rim of the oil pan before I seat it down. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. Not adding too much, just enough. As you can see, it's real thin. You don't gotta put a bunch on here. Okay, after you finish greasing it up, you're gonna put the new gasket on here like this. Make sure the holes are lining up as you go. Like that. Alright, so now I'll be putting the pan on. Be sure to put it up how it came off. And once again, make sure the hose line up. Just slowly put it up there because you don't want to shift the gasket. There we go. Almost perfect. So now you want to catch a couple bolts the same way you took it out, same way you put it back. So I'm putting in the same 4 bolts that I left for last. Keep it in place. Once it's on, well actually I only have 2 bolts in there right now, so you could just, you know, put 2 in there first and then catch the rest. And now I'll just be hand tightening all of the bolts and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I finally got all the bolts in. Now I'll just be tightening all of them. So yeah, nothing fancy. Start from the corner. I usually do the 4 corner ones first, so it tightens down kind of evenly. And again, with these, you don't have to super tighten them. Just want to snug them up real good to where you know it's not gonna come out. Like, it's hard to explain it, but like I said, if you want to use a torque wrench and apply the torque specs, that's all on you, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess I'm just confident because I've done this so many times.
this thing hurts your arm. I need to get some more power tools. Okay guys, so now that we tightened all the 10mm bolts around the oil pan, be sure to tighten your drain bolt. Remember, it's a 14mm socket. And now we're gonna remove the fill bolt, because we're about to fill it up. So yeah, this is the transmission fluid I'll be using. STP automatic transmission fluid, Dextron V1. Yeah, and to put it in truck, I'll be using this little device right here. I forgot the name, but I'm gonna put it right here. Pretty much all you do is you open one of these, and then one side sucks and then it comes out through the other. So what I do to figure out what side does pushes it out, I push the device down and I feel to see where air is coming from. Okay, so air came out of this hole, so that means the fluid is gonna come from this hole. So I'm gonna make sure it's clean, stick it in the hole like that. And then you want to put the other end inside of the transmission fluid. And now you're going to slowly pump. See how it's coming up? Just do it very slowly, because you want to make sure nothing is leaking or anything. And you don't want that thing to fly out of the hole either. So that's how you put transmission fluid back in there. This takes about 4 quarts. Okay, we're almost finished with this bottle. We're pretty much gonna do the same thing for the other 3. So just so you know, you guys don't have to watch. I'm not gonna sit here and let you watch the whole thing. It's the same procedure for the other 3 bottles that's left. I finally finished getting all the fluid in there. Like I said, it uses about 4 quarts, according to Google and the AutoZone guy. So now we're gonna put the fill bolt back in. Once again, guys, it's a 24 millimeter spanner. Oh, it's already tightened. That's it. And that's it, guys. There you have it. How to change the transmission fluid and filter on the 2006 Toyota Tacoma. See you in the next one. Peace.